All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Friday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Are we all pumped for the weekend? We're pumped for the weekend because Dogecoin's going to the moon. Well, maybe Monday. But we'll see. We'll see. I got some good stuff today. Of course, always what's going on in the markets, give the overall view, and of course, compare Doge to a lot of other coins because they're all doing just about the same thing. Still. So we're just up 1843, just a little above where we were on my video this morning. So after the overnight little dip, it's come up a little. And then we compare back to last Saturday, we are at the same place. My friend is calling, the unknown friend. He's calling again. Right on cue. Ignore. Whatever, dude. And then there's some big news. There's some big news about Dogecoin. Adoption? What? Yes, we're going to talk about that as well. So, look at the Dogecoin chart from last Friday, right? You see this pattern, right? Right? Came up a little on Sunday, dropped back down on Tuesday, and then we had the little dip right here. For those looking at your screen, right here over on the right, that was this morning. And that's the Dogecoin chart. And so for all the people saying, oh, Dogecoin, blah, 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 well, look at Algorand. It's exactly the same. Look at Cardano. It's exactly the same. Look at Hedera. Exactly the same. Shall I continue? Sheeb, exactly. Litecoin, exactly the same. VeChain, exactly the same. XRP, even XRP, right? Same pattern, exactly. How about Kronos? Exactly the same. Avalanche, the same. Chainlink, you get the idea, right? The whole altcoin market is doing the same thing. Wait and see. It's all wait and see mode. It's all fake trading. Now, some of you are buying dips, but who's selling? I don't know. I don't know anybody selling right now. Everyone's just kind of waiting to see what happens. So we start with that. It's just all the same. So if somebody asks me later on in the stream about Dogecoin and how it's been performing over the past week, I'm going to send them back to the beginning of the stream for the special message. You got to watch this, right? We'll do that again. Special message. They're all trading the same. All the same. Bitcoin at 1064. 1064 we start. It fell overnight as well. Recovered during the day and now just kind of drifting sideways here. The stock market just closed. There was all this worry this morning, like people were coming out with all this stuff like the stock market crash of 1987 happened in October. And I'm like, oh, why are you referencing that? And there was all this buildup this morning about crash. And I'm just like, no, that's not what's going on. Not what's going on. So, so where do we start? Well, let's start here. In less than 2 weeks, there's a US Fed FOMC meeting. CME is saying, hey, 100% chance of a rate cut. And even 3% of that is a 50 basis point rate cut. So we're getting a rate cut. So be patient. The big pump is coming, right? Big pump is coming. We're getting a rate cut. So that's good. And then we've got this gold, right? Gold just went on this huge run. We looked at the gold chart, and the gold is like new all-time high. Well, I guess the all-time high technically was Thursday afternoon, and it retested it early this morning and then started to sell off a little bit. But what does that mean if gold is down 2%? What does that mean? Well, listen to this guy. He seems to know what he's talking about. So let's give this a listen. Get it big for you. Here we go.
Just were now the same again, which I think has a pretty good chance of happening once more. That could even, again, gold moving just sideways or lower and Bitcoin continuing to move higher. And I think you see that into the fourth quarter, into the end of the year.
So we've combined all of those together. What we are concluding with this is if the historical patterns have played out like they have in the past, we could see a rally for Bitcoin and a consolidation phase for regular gold.
And just were now.
That's it. Consolidation for gold and a rally for Bitcoin in the fourth quarter. And I don't know why everybody's bearish. I don't know why everyone thinks it's bearish. I'm not bearish. I'm still not bearish. Pullbacks happen. We just had a pullback. Not a big deal. It's not a big deal, in my opinion. This was about leverage. Here we had the big leverage, right? Event last Friday. Big leverage takeout we had last Friday. And what happened this morning? The price came all the way down to take out that tasty new yellow bar of big leverage on Bitcoin. The market makers are still in control. This is all just leverage sweeping. That's all this is. Now there's some big, new, tasty shorts up here. And what did I say yesterday, right? I said we're at least going to go up to 112 and take out the smaller shorts. But now, up 118 to 120, there's some big ones up there. Early longs liquidated, rinse and repeat until you have given up your account is zero. They have been playing this game. Once retail has capitulated, Bitcoin is set to go higher. It's classic. Set to go higher. Ash Crypto. So we are witnessing the phase 2 where everyone believes Pump October is canceled and the top is in. I have seen people calling for a Bitcoin crash to 80K. This is exactly how the cartels want everyone to think. After a crash like last Friday, the market always comes down one more time to liquidate all those people who longed after the crash. So that's why we saw $1.2 billion in liquidations over the past 24 hours. Yes, they came back to get the new leverage for those who were revenge trading after last Friday's dip. All the current negative arguments are actually bullish. Banking crisis, right? We have regional banks lent out a bunch of money, particularly to like auto parts manufacturers that are having a tough time. So we've got some banks not doing well. Bullish for Bitcoin. The Fed might start quantitative easing sooner. How about the China-US trade war? Well, US and China have agreed to a deal. They just need to get together and work that out. That is a couple weeks away. How about the weakness in the job data? Well, that's bullish for rate cuts. Rate cuts, 100% chance in less than 2 weeks. So we had the leverage flush, crypto reset done. 2 more rate cuts in 2025. Fed about to end quantitative tightening. Q4 is historically the most bullish season. Gold is topping and money rotates into Bitcoin, we have more wars ending. So if you ignore the FUD and all those negative posts, you will realize everything is actually giga bullish. So now you decide, do you want to be patient or do you want to panic sell before what could perhaps be the biggest bull run ever in history? Wow, huh? Wow. Titan of Crypto says, look, we retested the 50-day moving average. I'm sorry, the 50-week moving average. The 50-week moving average. The crossover happened early 2023. That is when the bull market began. Bitcoin at that time was about $20,000. We retested 1, 2, 3, and now 4 times on the 50-week moving average. For those that are into technical analysis, that's all you need. That's all you need. Interestingly enough, the big pullback that happened in the summer of 2021 came right down to what? The 50-week moving average before moving higher up to $69,000. Huh, interesting. Some may say it's only lines on a chart, but for those TA folks out there, look at the Bitcoin 50-week moving average. And Vivek just says, look, right? There was this big whale, right, who was shorting Bitcoin, right? And then last night opened up a new short. What happened this morning? Someone just opened a $27 million Bitcoin long position this afternoon. He knows what's coming. A $27 million Bitcoin long position. 8x leverage. Now, is he going to get liquidated or is he going to win? He won on the big short, that's for sure. What's going on with Doge, my friends? Thumbs Up plots a Dogecoin-powered creator economy. That's right. The same Thumbs Up company that is backed by Donald Trump Jr. is now going all in on Dogecoin. Thumbs Up plans to introduce Dogecoin payouts. Dogecoin payouts. It builds on the model that already allows their users to earn cash rewards. And now they're going to be able to get paid in Dogecoin. Dogecoin would function as a complementary option. The idea is to give creators more flexibility while easing the frictions that often come with international banking systems and small value transfers. So if you're in another country, not in the United States, and you're using this platform, well, in order to get paid, there's some kind of cross-border payment that has to go through. There's exchange rates, there's fees, like all of that stuff. And I've been saying this for years. Why not just use Dogecoin? Why not just use Dogecoin? Peer-to-peer, low fee, doesn't matter where you are in the world. Thumbs Up gets it. They're like, yeah, that solves that, doesn't it? And it's done instantly. You don't have to wait for like some bank, right? Or some wire to go through or anything like that. And PayPal doesn't serve every country. PayPal is actually limited around the world. Dogecoin, anywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. You can be in the Himalayas and you can get your Dogecoin payment. As long as you have internet connection. Well, internet connection to see it. It would still go into your wallet. no matter where you are. By tapping into a blockchain designed for speed and minimal fees, Thumbs Up hopes to create a smoother flow of incentives across borders. According to the company's internal assessment, the potential advantages are multifaceted. By routing payments through the Dogecoin blockchain, Thumbs Up aims to drastically reduce the intermediary cost drag that eats into small payments, ensuring creators retain more value for their efforts. The near instant settlement of these transactions is also seen as a key to boosting user satisfaction and engagement, moving away from the delayed gratification of traditional payment systems. Furthermore, Thumbs Up is explicitly eyeing Dogecoin's design, which is inherently suited for the frequent low-value transfers that define its pay-for-post model. See, Elon needs to hear this, right? And we know Elon knows about this, but like, this is it. And Elon should also know on X, creators are getting paid all around the world. How are they doing? How are they doing the money exchanges between US dollars and whatever currency the creators are around the world? There's got to be some fees, some exchange, something going on there. But Dogecoin, right? One Doge equals one Doge. And there it goes. Building on momentum, this development builds upon Thumbs Up's established digital asset initiatives, which include a board-approved treasury strategy. Notably, it follows a capital commitment when Thumbs Up provided $2.5 million to Doge Hash Technologies to bolster their Dogecoin mining. So they're going to be mining Dogecoin. They're going to buy out Doge Hash. They're infusing them with cash now to get more mining rigs. They're going to have like 3,000 to 4,000 Dogecoin mining rigs. So they're mining Dogecoin. And then they're going to be paying out their creators with that Doge. Also, Thumbs Up revealed that it had secured official API access to TikTok. This integration plugs the Thumbs Up platform into one of the world's most influential and creator-centric social media ecosystems. So that means Dogecoin is kind of going to get integrated into TikTok through Thumbs Up. I'm like, wow. So we'll see how all of that grows. But that is the big news. Pennybag says, look, Thumbs Up is NASDAQ listed. It's integrating Dogecoin for creator payouts. The power move, near instant, low fee, cross-border micropayments. Creators keep more value. Legacy banks get bypassed. This is the future of the creator economy. Well, the API just means they can access the platform. That's what it means, Nick. They can access the platform. That's big. But meanwhile, we sit through liquidations. Luckily for now, prices are going up throughout the day over the past 4 hours, and they're taking out shorts. Bitcoin, ETH, and even Doge over $1 million in shorts this afternoon. And as we are live here, we're seeing a lot of ETH shorts. A lot of ETH shorts getting wiped out while ETH is coming back up in price. So that's good. That is good. We'll see if we can get back up to the level we were last night, which would be, what, 39.40 on ETH. And on Doge, it's at about 19 cents. So let's go. 19 cents. Next level. Let's reclaim it and then move higher. Cheers, everybody. I am having a beverage, as are some of you. So cheers. So how are we feeling after all that? I'm not giving up on this. I'm not a bear. I was bearish, right? Earlier in the week, right? And yesterday, I called it bearish momentum. And then look what happened overnight. It did drop lower. But in this morning's video and today, I'm not bearish. No, no, no. Kriss is a bull. It was a bearish momentum. I was not a perma bear yesterday. It was bearish momentum. I'm a bull. Q4 2025. And then we'll see what happens after that. But I'm afraid the tax man doesn't share Kriss's simplicity of one Doge equals one Doge. The tax man. Well, if you get paid in Doge, right, you have to log that as payment, and you will have to pay some tax on that, depending on what country you live in, because it is like a salary, right? If you're a content creator, you're getting paid for your content. Those are earnings to be taxed depending on your country. Hey, Peter, you're buying Pepe? Pepe just got killed again this morning, lower. So if you picked it up this morning down here, maybe that's the bottom, right? Because it's lower than the flash crash. It's actually lower. It's one of the few that actually dropped lower. So room to grow, right? Room to recover. Gappy picked up some Pepe. The cycle is delayed gratification. Yeah. Johnny, not feeling Uptober anymore, but you're still buying $25 a day. So you're not giving up. Not giving up. I don't know if that account is Barron Trump. It's fun to talk about it, but I don't think it is. Somebody I thought had identified it as. No, I forgot. I saw it this morning and I was like, yeah, it could be. MicroStrategy went up today. Wasn't even watching. Yep. $290. It's recovering. You should go in on the Trump coin. Oh, don't fall for that, man. Don't fall for that. Ron, we're not talking about the crash last week. We're talking about this week. Don't be so negative. Ryan, got your bevy? Cheers. Cheers to you. Ready for the basketball season to start next week? We're ready here in Boston. I think we got a fun team. Tatum is injured, but it's going to be a fun team to watch. Gappy, walking the dog, listening in. Have a good walk. You feel better now, Charlotte? Awesome. That's what we do here. Try and have a little fun. We make it all better. Maybe some cranberry juice. All right, Joanna. The government shutdown needs to end Monday, Con. Monday. Kriss predicted. There's some... The poly market has it like stretching out for like 40 days now. And I'm just like, oh, man. That better not happen. 40 days. Sheeb, Clayton, no. Sheeb will never make it back to its all-time high. I say no. It might double in price, but like an 8x to get back to its previous all-time high? No. Not this cycle. I mean, give it maybe like 30 years from now or something. Who knows if it's still even around. Sunshine, the last 15 minutes listening to you has made me even more bullish. Cheers to Dogecoin. I'm not into the stablecoin dominance, May. That's not my chart. There are others like Ben Cowan who look at that. Awesome. I don't look at that. I do not think Trump is behind all of this, liquidating the gamblers. No, I don't agree with that. Bonk? Bonk got killed last week. Similar chart to Doge, went up a little bit more on the recovery, but that dip was huge on Friday because there was no liquidity. On Binance, there was no liquidity for Bonk, and it fell so fast. But you couldn't buy down here, or most people. Somebody did to make the price start going up, but any little buy was going to escalate the price recovery. Yeah, long way to go. I'm down 50% roughly on my Bonk purchase now. Ouch. Even if you zoom out, Pepe is almost under halfway. Orhan sees a bear flag. Hey, Boss Mac. Yeah. Zone dropped end of the day today. $1.32, man. Oh, sorry. But we've come too far to give up now. Exactly. So we just hold. We let this play out. It's your account, Ryan. Yeah, right. But how will we make the price of Doge go up if people just sell after getting paid? It's micropayments. It's small creator accounts. It's not huge amounts of Doge. It's like dust, right? It's not a big thing dollar-wise. It's just the adoption, the use of Dogecoin. That's the big thing. Hey, Raul, member for 9 months. Congratulations. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone has an awesome weekend. You too as well, Raul. Yep, go Celtics. I think we got an exciting team. It'll be fun to watch. Ryan is going to be mad because Derek White is going to be our star this year. Derek White is going to lead our team in scoring. Derek White is going to be an all-star this year because Tatum isn't there. And Ryan is going to be like, oh, yeah. Is it safe to come out yet? Yeah, come out. Come out. We're going up. Let's go. 19 cents on the stream. Let's do it. I've been watching the 30-minute chart overall just because I'm zoomed in enough to get a context over the past like day and a half and see some movement in the candle. If I'm trading, I'll go out to like a 4-hour and then I'll zoom back into like 5 minutes to make my trade. So I move around a lot. Going to the last preseason game. Yeah, you should have a good team. Boo Celtics. Who you're talking to me? Golden State. Go Boston. Thank you, William. Supporting the Celtics. What charts are those with the leverage shorts and longs you reference? Ryan, this is a CoinGlass. CoinGlass is the name of the website. It's free. So you can go to that, CoinGlass, and then there's a pull down menu called liquidation. and you click on what's called the liquidation heat map, and that gets you to the page with all the leverage. And here's all the new longs right down here. They're at about 104.3, 104.2 are the new big leverage longs that I'm a little scared about. But there's big shorts up there. I just want them to get the shorts. Ryan is going to have another late one tonight. Kennedy said it will go all the way to November 1st. Maybe. I'm still hoping after the big No Kings rally this weekend, they just settle it on Monday. Let's get on with it. Oron, we're talking bevies, so you had to run to the fridge and grab a drink. We get out of bonk when bonk goes viral in November. Yeah. If Ryan is up till 3 in the morning, Charlotte will be at work. Yeah. Doge is looking like November 2021, Con? No, I don't see that. If you buy bonk, bring your average down. 19-cent Doge party right here. We're going to see it live right here. Yep, down 50%. I got bonked. I did. Could have just stuck with Doge, but no, I was like, yeah, bonk is going to do great. But we wait. XRP outperforming everything since before the election, says XRP Huckleberry. Doge is very close, though, because we did look at that. We did look at that. That was on this Dogecoin price comparison here. We looked at Dogecoin. We looked at the 1 year. And then we changed to XRP. Because we did look at this. And so XRP is up more than Doge over the past year. Because XRP was at, I mean, it was pretty low. Doge was at like, yeah, I don't even know the comparison. It was low. But yeah, XRP, because of that big run it had here during the election, went up a higher percentage, coupled with some lawsuit getting thrown out or something. But yeah, you're right. The gifts have been gifting for too long. We're all going to make it. Yes, Nick. That we will. You're never mad with Derek? He's a good guy. The Kriss stream effect? I hope so. Let's get up there. Zone still taking hits. You're buying the dips? Still buying in? I'm just holding what I got. Let it play out. As of today, residents in Buenos Aires, Argentina can pay their taxes in Dogecoin. Love it. Hey, Mr. Handy Dan. Thanks for the super chat. You got bonk at 12.58. That sounds like the bottom. That sounds like the bottom. On the Binance chart, it didn't go that low. Well, I mean, this morning. Maybe you got it back here on last Friday, right? because that would have been the time to get it. Yep. Hey, Adam, I'll bet the 1 minute chart looks like we're mooning. We just need that current little red candle there to turn green. Chicago doesn't have a team. Poor Chicago. The funny thing is Charlotte doesn't know what sport we're talking about. Oh, that's good. Making a fresh batch of pasta salad. Charlotte gets to choose the dressing. She chooses Italian. They might go and liquidate shorts over the weekend. Liquidity's thin. We would like that. Let's take care of that. Oh, that's right. You grew up in Somerville. I remember that, Wayne. The No Kings rally, I know, right? And Trump was great. Did you hear what his response was to that? He was like, great, no kings. That means I get to keep my job as president. I won't get taken over by some king. I thought that was hilarious. So he's like, okay, no kings. I'll go for that. Charles picked up more Doge on the dip, 17.5. You're rooting for it, but don't see it. We'll see there, Huckleberry. The fetch coin, I don't know what was going on with that. Why did it just keep bleeding out, going down and down and down, lower and lower? I don't know. I don't get it. That's a lot of selling. Hey, Waddle, how are you? Duck season opener. The duck season. Yeah, we talked about Zone a little bit ago. Just waiting for Dogecoin to take off, and Zone will. That's what I think. Don't know if I should use my cash now or just wait for the bear market to average down. Don't feel confident. I get that, Jose. I get that. Yep. If you're worried, just put it in some interest-bearing thing, like stick it in Coinbase and get some USDC, so you're at least making some money on that cash. Find some way to make some money on it, and then we'll see what crypto does. Whales have been moving a lot of Bitcoin. Most of those so-called moves, it's just exchanges moving from wallet to wallet. It's not whales, right? Exchanges very frequently move their coins from wallet to wallet. And the blockchain doesn't know who owns which wallet. And so these guys who watch the blockchains for these big moves, they get all excited. Oh, $1 billion move, right? And they post it and they have no idea that it was a whale. They say it's a whale. It could have just been the exchange. It's moving from one wallet to another. I mean, Robinhood does that all the time. You can track it. Yeah, Sunshine. Joe Mazzulla, our coach. Yeah, he's a funny guy. It's a me too, kind of. Finally, some green numbers. We're waiting for the bigger move. Gappy, you sold your zone for a $4 profit. Yeah, or you could put on Robinhood Gold and get right now. Well, as soon as if you have Robinhood Gold, then you move the money on there, your rate will change from 375 to 425 for at least the next like 60 days. And then it'll revert back. Yeah, I don't think long-term XRP is going to be a good coin. I think it'll follow the market when the market booms, but it's not going to do better. Right, you're picking one moment in time, Huckleberry. You're picking a moment in time. But over a longer period of time, Dogecoin has completely outperformed XRP. Just saying. Garling House? Yeah, I don't like that guy. Garlic House. Handy Dan. Market buy. October 10th. $400. Bonk. 1258. Okay, so it was last Friday. Nice. I could just tell by the chart it had to have been that day. But that's a good pickup. Hey, Yuli. I'm doing great. How are you? Hanging out on a Friday. Got my drink here. Happy Friday, everybody. I know, DB. The 20th is coming. It's going to be big. When's alt season? Starts on Monday. Not stars. It starts Monday. Alt season. ETF season. We need the SEC to come back to work. Approve all these ETFs. Yeah, and Huckleberry, I root for all cryptos too, even XRP. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to get rich. Everybody. And I do have some XRP too. I'm still up 400%. So not bad. Pump to 20, but then retest 13, Abdul. No, the retest we just had. I don't think it's going to go back that low on a retest. Putting a Pokemon deal together in order to get more Doge. Good luck with that. The calm before the storm, Stickman. Well, you're a stickman, so if there's a storm, it just goes right by you. See, I'm getting into the whole stickman thing. Can't trust the bread, garlic. I grew up with Ume Idoka. Yeah, it was a shame what happened with him. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, that he was, fooling around with the VP's wife. Yeah, kind of a shame. He probably shouldn't have done that. He's a good coach, though, and you see what he did with Houston last year. He's a good coach, but yeah, you just can't be doing that. Do you think they want to control the market? Well, of course. The exchanges and the market makers want to control the market, as they have been doing for years and years and years, right? Yes, they want to control the market. If we don't pump November, December, I'm selling and cut my losses. Yeah, Con, that's going to be a tough discussion, isn't it? Discussion with yourself, right? It's like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? I'm waiting to have, I'm not going to have that discussion now because I don't think that's going to happen. I think we will have a pump. But yeah. Me 3. Let's make everybody rich. My girlfriend is named Storm. I need to sell before it snows. Got to fix my roof. Ooh, might be cutting a little close. Depends on where you live, but yeah. Resistance and support are institutional order blocks for Bitcoin. Yeah, we just saw there's not a lot of liquidity for alts. Not a lot of liquidity out there. You refuse to sell, just going to buy more in the bear. Shouting out of loud to Mango Penguin. Mango Penguin. All right. All right, Mango. Here in Manchester, it's been winter since August. Oh, that's not true. Like a month ago, you said it was a bright, sunny, warm day. I remember that. I remember that. Oh. Yeah, we looked at a heat map earlier. This one. Kind of an idealized heat map looking at the big crash from Friday and then the dip this morning taking out new leveraged longs. And now it can just go higher and take out these shorts. I mean, that's basically what we're looking at. That's basically it. Michael Saylor said, volatility is a gift for the faithful. What does that mean? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Amine, Bitcoin's going to go to 100K. 100K on Bitcoin. It was last 100K on the dip in June. In June was the last time 100K. I mean, I mean, there could be like some big long leverage, you know, that somebody started here that's still around, right? And so the market makers would want to dip down to take that out, right? I'll bet that's there. If they could, they would, if it's big enough. There are many who look at this chart and say, yep, this was the top. Right? And then from here, Bitcoin's just going to begin its descent like that. That would be bad. We do not want that. But that first move would be 100K right there. We do not want that. So, no. I'll just put a red X on that and just say no. We're not going to do that. Meanwhile, Doge is at 1864, trying to move up to 19 cents, which is right here. There's our 19-cent line. Let's get it. Do I have an end-of-year prediction video? It was made on January 1st. I re-look at each month, 1 month at a time. However, I did do a video beginning of September, which was a 2-year outlook video, where I kind of. Or you can go to the one that I posted on X, which is on this chart, which is a logarithmic chart on the week. And this one has a range here between 42, put that in white, between 42 and 82. So this is the range right here for the end of the year. Based on my very technical chart here. So that's where I am. I'm in that range right at the end of the year. I'll move that over so it's like right on the green box there. So that's the range. That's the target right there. All right. That's what I'm thinking. Sure thing, Tedward. That's why a lot of people like to hang out here. I actually answer your questions for the most part. As long as you're not a troll. I'll have a no trolls protest. People are going to do no kings. I'll have no trolls. No trolls. The no kings protest. Is it going to get violent? It's supposed to be a peaceful protest. Peaceful. I know there's a bunch of them in around Boston. Hey, if you want to spend half your day protesting kings when we don't have any, go ahead. Go ahead. 157K top. You think so, Maverick, for Bitcoin? Hey, that's good. It's 50,000 more than it is now. I think a lot of people would appreciate that. Christoph, we see you. Pepe will run again, but I don't think it's going to be anything like last year. I think it'll follow the market. Equity market is recovering. Massive pump today from the low, and VIX is coming back down. Good. We need the VIX to come back down. Agreed, Con. They're testing the diamond hands. Jonathan, you've made your mind up. You don't believe in a bear market anymore. So we're going to be more like gold and just kind of plow slowly upward with dips along the way. Well, Christoph, you're probably using a bad word. Yeah, maybe YouTube thinks X is... I wonder if just the letter X by itself is on my naughty list. I wonder if that's true. It could be. Let me check real quick, because that might be it, and I should fix that, because X shouldn't be on my naughty word list. It shouldn't be there. This will just take a sec, guys. I think X might be there, Christoph. WX. No, I don't have just an X. I've got a lot of other X things, but not just the letter X by itself. I don't know. There's something else you've got in there. Double X, triple X. Can't do those, but not a single X. So it's something else you're saying. I'm not blocking it. I just had to check that, sorry, to see whether that was really what was going on. $262 viewers. But only 71 likes. I don't know, guys. You think that's a good you think that's a good number? I don't. Tagging doesn't work. That's what it is, Christoph. It's the tagging. Can't do that. That crash wick gave us a 2-year discount. Maybe that's the low of the bear market. Is going to be that wick. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're just talking about. Will this bull run be different? That's this extended cycle, super cycle theory that because now we have all this institutional government buying, the ETFs, that we could just grind slowly upwards. Maybe. Yeah, right. Peaceful. I know. Mysterious actors. King Charles is behind. John is looking for good ones on Robinhood. Bonk. Bonk is a good one. It's down more than the others. Bonk. We're all going to possibly make it. Oh. Hey, Morteza, how are you? Yeah, Christoph is using bad words. Christoph is bad. Oh. Wait till you see what I'm trying to get Kriss to show. Is it a link? What is it? We all want to know. Charlotte wants to know. What is it? Tagging. Nope. What happened to your iPad? You smashed the iPad screen out of anger, and that part of the screen doesn't work. Oh my gosh. Oh. I get it though, right? I get it. Mm-hmm. I get it. Fetch is not a good coin. I don't know why it's going down so much. It doesn't look good. It's one of the worst charts of this year is Fetch. If gold sells, crypto will pump. Yes, that's what we said at the beginning. You can roll back and you can see this chart here. Is this something I need to look at? You can send it to me on X. It says I have a message. It's not showing up. Okay. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready for this? Thank you, Christoph. I gotcha. There you go. Basic dill pickles with chili. There you go. Pickles. Charlotte, there you go. There's Christoph and his pickles. Oh, so good. It says basic pickles. I know, right? Basic pickles. Showing his pickles to the world. With Darth Vader in the background. Big, nice Polish pickles. What is that, $5.99 for the jar? That's all pickles cost? $5.99? Yeah, there you go, Joanna. Right. Put some relish in there. It's pickles. Oh my gosh. Too funny. Too funny. DC8 on the dish, on the dip. Is the shutdown going to happen on the 20th? That was my prediction, George. There are some saying November 1st now, but I'm sticking with the 20th. I'm optimistic. Yes, I said that on this morning's video. This is the bottom. You were checking the charts and you lost it. You were angry over the charts, Charlotte? Oh my goodness. Marmello says, flip the screen. Nah, not working. I know. I have to be careful. The market is gay. I'm not fixing the screen. Using a broken iPad as my punishment, it will teach me to control my emotions. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh. I know, the 20th, sunshine. That's what I'm saying, the 20th. Sticking with it. It's just one of those things on the KrissPax channel. Something's going to happen that day. Might as well be this. I don't quite think we're going to make it to $1 on the 20th now. Seeing that it's now the 17th. It's only 3 days away. Well, Khan, he didn't just say it. I saw that tweet this morning, so it wasn't just. But it's one of those accounts that always says things like that, and they lie. But yeah, he says Bitcoin's going to go to 26, not tomorrow. So that quote is taken completely out of context by whoever posted that. Not tomorrow. You're welcome, Christoph. That was a nice photo. Bounce soon. We might be bouncing. This morning might have been the bounce. Now we move up. That's what I'm looking at. Chris told me not to sell. I did not. I told you I'm not selling. I'm not effing selling. Not yet. I was getting scared you were going to show a kielbasa. I didn't know what to expect. I just had to open it first on another screen just to see what it was. Got to be safe. Got to be safe. Pickles. Pickles. It's happening on the 20th. I believe the government shutdown is going to end here in the United States. So we're waiting for the 20th. I want them to get through their No Kings rally so they can say what they need to say, right? Point their fingers, do all of that. And then it's like Monday, okay, let's get the government back to work. My first set of finals for grad school is the 20th. Good luck, Vince. Good luck. I didn't hear 1,000 people. I heard 2. William, I heard 2. The big difference between 2 and 1,000. I think there's still a lot of Andrew Tate fans out there, Yash. I think the markets will react positively when the government reopens. Get that out of the way. Markets don't like uncertainty. Get that out of the way. Markets will move up. This chart here is TradingView, Casper. This is tradingview.com, which is just type that into your browser, tradingview.com. You can open a free account. Mine is free. I don't pay. You can pay for a lot of extras. I just use the free stuff. You can do exactly what I do. If you make an account, which is free, then you can have a watch list. So all your favorite cryptos are over here on a watch list. So you can easily switch to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, even XRP if you so desire. Yeah. TradingView. We're having a shutdown party instead of the dollar party. End of the shutdown. Woohoo. Slowly grinding higher during the KrissPax live stream. 1871 now. Grinding, slowly grinding up. Every time I want to sell, I always think of the price exploding, so I'm holding on for dear life. Neurosciences, Vince, really? Neurosciences, good luck. Isn't that all going to be AI in the future? You got to learn how the AI is going to do neuroscience, right? It's all going to become AI. Hi, Hunit. How are you? Cheers. Many of us have beverages. Yeah. I have the pinger on, or I did. Maybe it's because I left that page. Oh, maybe it's because I left the page. The pinger's on. So do we have any big ones? Yeah, just now. ZEC, $632,000. But it's a short, which means ZEC is going up. Like all these big ones are up. The pinger should have been going off. Taking out. There's a Bitcoin short at $1 million. So, Jonathan, I just didn't have the page on. I went over to the heat map and I didn't come back. So, yeah, these would be a lot of pings. A lot of pings on this move up right now. Bitcoin at 107. The stock market is in on greed fear index. Extreme fear. The stock market is not extreme fear. I have not seen that. I have not seen that. Stock market fear and greed index. Whose do we look at? Let's look at the fear and greed meter. Stocks. It's fear. 27. So not quite extreme fear, according to this index. Crypto is just on the other side, extreme fear. Stock market is just fear. But that's still weird that it's fear and It just had all-time highs. I mean, there's the all-time high right there. I guess last Friday just swung it the other way. Yep. I didn't know there was a stock market fear and greed index, but now there is. Well, Yeely, you should buy when you think it's the best time to buy. Oh, you can't put that on me. We still have 2 weeks to go. Can't say out of the question. We got 2 weeks to go. Did the government ever work before? You know, that's Trump's point, right? We shouldn't have all these workers. Government is working fine without all of them there. Except for the SEC. Got to bring the SEC back. But everybody else? You already use AI for your assignments. Yeah, I get it. Doesn't everybody now? Looking at the chart, it seems like 17.5 was the last dip. That's what I said this morning. If you watch my video this morning, 17.5 right there. Let's go. It's like when you buy the dips, do it the same way going up seems to help a lot of people. We like that. I know, we need the pings. They're taking them out. You're up 160% on your Doge long. So Tyler has done a leverage trade from the bottom. Will gold soon top out and start crashing? So if you listen to this guy, who I played near the beginning of the live stream, he says that gold is going to like top out and going to kind of go sideways, maybe a little bit down, but not crash. Gold isn't going to crash, but that would be a rotation into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will rally. That's what he said, and you can see that near the beginning of the live stream. I played that video. The gold top out is imminent. Agreed. All right, Ron, you're going to catch up in the beverage department. Cheers. Crypto just won't be the same if we don't get a crazy run on Doge. I know, right? True? I know. The charts I showed this morning were all rally, rally, rally. Can't have a Q4 in the fourth year of a bull market and not have a big rally. Tyler's making money, just sitting here, making money. How high are you going to let it go, Tyler, before you close it? Are you going to get greedy, or are you just going to take it? Staff. You gotta scroll back and watch near the beginning. I explain it all. Back in the beginning. 2 weeks in October. There's still time. Exactly, Vince. Can't count me out yet. Gold hit a spider line, so it's done. I don't think it's done. It'll chop sideways. It's not going to crash. If the Gov reopens on Monday, we get our ETFs, we're Gucci. We're Gucci. The trend is down. True. The trend is not down. I just showed you the chart. Here's the trend. Not down. Still above the orange line. My friend. Still above the orange line. That's a trend. You got to zoom out. The trend is still up. Still up, my friend. We're waiting to get that next higher high. We had one in May. We had one in July. We had another one in September. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Oh, November. There it is. We do have ourselves higher lows and higher highs. Of course, not including the wick. You take that out. That was manufactured. The wick was manufactured. You take that out. But no, the structure is still higher lows, higher highs here. It's what it's been since April. All right. That's what I see. Just got some more Doge. Colton. Matt, how are you? Enjoying the live stream with a hot white mocha. She said she's going to do away with me if we're not rich by Monday. We will all pray for you, Matt. Absolutely. Well said. We Gucci. We need the poo. Hey, Demi, how are you? We're cooked. Now we're making a Friday comeback here today. This Friday was a dip early in the morning. The Asian market makers dumped it, right? Take out more leverage during Asian market time because those Asian market makers, they want to get their thing in, right? So they dumped it, and now we're grinding back up. So we actually might be green by the time we get to 8 o'clock. We got 3 more hours before the so-called day ends here. So we might be green by then. So I'm not discounting that. Sounds like my wife. I know we got a lot hanging on the 20th now, don't we, DB? Because Matt is going to be cooked. Matt's going to be cooked. Do away with me, he says. No weekend pump. We could have gold coming down over the weekend, not crashing, but coming down, and Bitcoin and crypto going up into the 20th. Don't remind me of last Friday. That was a heart attack. That was crazy. Oh my God. John bought a little on the dip. Yep, we're all praying for Matt. Good luck, Matt. Charlotte, are you still flying to Boston on the 20th? Unless you want to celebrate the end of the U.S. government shutdown. You want to celebrate that? The end of the government shutdown. Let's party for that. Yeah, see, Ryan will come up. Let's go. Beantown, baby. Beantown. Ryan still has his plane ticket. I know, last Friday's live stream, that was something. For those that didn't see it, you can go to last Friday's live stream and you can scroll to about an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes into the live stream. And then you'll see the drop happening live. I caught it all. That was epic, and not in a good way. But that was epic. Wow. Yeah, I'll never forget that. To see something go down like 60% in like 5 minutes. That was like, whoa. We're deafened for Beantown. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, wrong emoji. That's the... See, you have that on your favorites, Charlotte. That foot. Why is that one of your favorite emojis? Oh. Yeah, William, that was something. Blame the iPad. Oh, is that why the iPad thing happened? Was it last Friday? That was crazy. The rumor is alt season starts Monday. I know, Ryan, right? We'll let Bitcoin do its thing over the weekend, and then alt season will take over. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not in the chat, so that'll keep the average age low. Because if you count me, the average age comes up pretty high. RR, how are you? Hey, Toss, you going to rewind? I know, right? It's a good story there about Dogecoin adoption. It's a good thing. It was fun seeing my reaction, Shara. It was fun. I don't know, man. I did rewatch a little bit of it because I wanted to screenshot the prices, because you see the prices of all the cryptos on my watch list. You see that they're over on the right. And I was like, oh, I can't believe that happened. Hey, John, Reddit is trying to pump beyond. Are these Reddit guys like really doing this again? Yeah, it's not on TradingView. They used to do this back in 2021. They'd pick on some low market cap thing. Yeah, there's so many of them. I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is. Do you have the contract, John? Is it the one that begins with 7, the one that begins with OX, or the one that begins with CK? And there's like 50 more. It's like, look at them all. There's a ton of them. So yeah, you have to give me the contract for it, and we can look at it. Looks like none of these are moving. It was recent, yes. Oh, Charlotte. Oh. I handled last Friday very well. Well, Charlotte didn't. Oh. I hope things steady a bit. And we're trying to get back to 19 cents, reclaim it. The big dip Doge down to 9.5. I have dry powder, but didn't buy anything. So you bought now 18. Okay. Well, you buy when you buy. You too, Rob. Bring the average way up. Yeah, us old guys. Us old farts. When Kriss says, I'm sorry, guys, things were, I know. I heard that again. When I rewatched, yeah. I thought I told you to change your name and picture here because this live stream isn't about you, dude. Is Nick old? Is that considered old? Did I buy some Dogecoin on the big crash? I bought it before the big crash, Demi. I bought it up here on the first big red candle I bought. So I was doing what I do, right? I see the red candle. I was ready to buy, so I bought. And then it dumped. So I was too soon. Too soon on that. Yeah, get a punching bag. Exactly. Calming down is boring. We don't know if 9 was the bottom. It could have gone down further. Exactly. That was bad. Adam went down to a penny. There was no liquidity on Adam. Went all the way down to a penny. Solana posted something green is coming on the 20th. 20th is going to be a big collision of a lot of great things. Alt season. I got pale, very white. Ron, just watching it. Oh, man. You want to buy the top for gold? Like I did with that Bitcoin a couple months ago. Still holding in my 40s. Eventually going to break the resistance. I know time has a way of just ticking away, doesn't it? You're lifting weights? Good. I had my workout earlier today. Includes a little weightlifting as well. Stay in shape. Cats also work very well. Yeah. Where was your cat, Charlotte? Your cat should have been calming you down. Ryan has a big range. Right is 0.18697. Your cat is aggressive. Just, oh, I guess that doesn't work. So much for that idea. Yeah, I'm like 3 days a week also, RR. About 3 days a week on my workouts. Yeah, Charlotte knows. Exactly. Music, happy Friday. Cat's a gangsta. CDC. This cat sounds evil, Charlotte. Even if you don't make money, I'm still enjoying the KrissPax channel. Well, thank you, Yili. Thank you. I mean, you got to live, right? You got to live. So have a little fun. Little edutainment here. The cat hides the remote, throws things around. Ooh, that's funny. Hey, folks, my friend. How are you? Happy Friday. I think the worst is behind us. This was to take out new leverage trading. So they dumped it back down, particularly on Bitcoin. Because the drop here was lower than the Friday drop on every exchange except Binance. Binance was the one that went to 102. Most other exchanges, Bitcoin did not go down to 102. It stopped at like 108, 109. So the drop this morning was taking out leverage on other exchanges. So I think that was manipulated overnight by the Asian market makers for those Asian exchanges. And I think they got what they wanted, and now we're moving back up. That's my theory. So for Doge, I think Doge just follows along, right? We looked earlier in the stream of like all these alts that have exactly the same patterns since Saturday. They've all been trading exactly the same for 7 days now. So they're just following the market as it chops around for 6.5 days now. Yeah, that's what we're seeing now. Trying to get to 19 cents. This was my green line here. I was hoping we would get there during the live stream, but it's being slow. But it is grinding upwards. That's where we are. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the super chat. Happy Friday. Adam is fostering some cats. SP addicted. We have a lot of people who are addicted to Doge. Yes. 63,000 Doge coins on your ledger. 231,000 in Robinhood. That's a nice bag, Matt. Good job. Cheers. The leverage crash scared a lot of people. And then this morning, or overnight, there were a lot more people scared. This morning when I got up and I saw the price, I went on X, and there's all these people talking about like the stock market crash of 1987. Like everybody was like bear, bear, bear. Like this is like the end of days. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If you don't believe me, you can go and you can look at James Wynn, right? He's the guy, right? James Wynn, this guy. And you can see his post from this morning. They will call this Black Friday in America. It's like, what? This is it. The big push down. Next 72 hours will be rough. 88 to 92 minimum. Is this the bottom for Bitcoin? Good odds to go below 90K. It's like every one of his posts is like, there's the Bitcoin going to 26K, the Andrew Tate post. It's like, and it's just like, no, Bitcoin's crashing. 1 hour to go till stocks open. I'm predicting a complete bloodbath. This is what he says. I'm predicting a complete bloodbath. What did stocks do today? Green. S&P 500 up, NASDAQ up, Dow Jones up, all in the green. This guy's an idiot. An absolute idiot. Anyway, that's what was going on this morning. I was like, no. Let's get the shorts. Exactly. Master, I have a video for you to watch. Go to my channel, click on videos right here, click on videos, all right? And to get there very quick, you can just hit the search and you can just say Outlook. You can search under Outlook and you'll see I have a video called the Dogecoin Crypto 2-year Outlook right there, okay? Dogecoin Crypto 2-year Outlook. And on that, I show you how high Dogecoin can go and how low in the bear market. So watch that video right there, okay? I show all of that good stuff in this video, the Dogecoin Crypto 2-year Outlook, all right? I made that video specifically so I could send you there and anybody else who was interested. And that was all based on technical analysis using fib lines, just to let you know. Check that out. I didn't look at every exchange, Sunshine, whether they all went to 9.5 or others went lower. I didn't check. I mean, we can quickly look through a few of them, right? So here's Binance, 9.5, right? We can look at Bybit. Bybit went a little bit lower, 9.3. 9.3 on Bybit. OKX. Ooh, OKX went lower. Looks like OKX hit 8.95, Sunshine. 8.95 on OKX. That's the lowest so far. Let's see, MEXC. 9.5. It just followed Binance. KuCoin. Oh, cool. KuCoin. 8.6. What is that number? 8.67. KuCoin is the winner so far. KuCoin. Coinbase. Coinbase didn't go very far. Coinbase only went to 13 cents. Interesting. Kraken. This is very interesting. 9.1 on Kraken. So there you go. Interesting that they're different, right? They're all different. Coinbase fared the best. Didn't drop as low. But Binance was not the worst. Interesting. Good question. What will the Chinese do tonight? I think they dumped it last night, so tonight will be up. Green. Algo bots, OTC dark pool. What caused it? They just wanted to take out the new long leverage from last Friday. Yes, BP, flash crash. We all say that. Agreed. And I explained why in detail over the weekend on both Saturday and Sunday. What happened, who was manipulating the market, right? But that doesn't mean we're in a bear market. The end of crypto? No. Yeah. Win is definitely manipulating the market. Con, I believe that. I think it's all hyperliquid. I still believe he's getting paid by hyperliquid. I mean, I called that months ago. It was all hyperliquid. Would it make more sense financially to hold the 63 Dogecoin in your wallet if you don't need the funds? Yeah, that's for that. The wallet is definitely for long-term holding. It's safe, secure. You don't have to worry about it. Absolutely, Matt. Yeah, KuCoin's the winner. Coinbase had more liquidity, which is why on Coinbase, Dogecoin didn't go down as far. Because there's more trading on Coinbase that's less manipulated. Yeah, Coinbase did not drop that low. You got a MacBook. Now, have fun with that, DC. 19 cents. It wants to. I know it does. It's right there. It would have been just as hard to fill an order on KuCoin than anything else, probably. I thought it all happened so fast. It was so fast. There's no chart for Robinhood, Masood. Robinhood is not an exchange. Robinhood is not an exchange. I don't know where they get the information for the charts they show on their app. I don't know where they get that, but they're not an exchange. That's just a price going up and down that you trade against, but it's not a real exchange. Yes, I did meet a fan in person at the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas in May. A couple people came up to me at a Bitcoin conference of all places. And we chatted for a bit. It was fun. Yep. Maybe a good idea to keep some money on KuCoin in the future. Hey, if you could have gotten anything to fill at that level, anything below 10 cents, 8.6, 9.2, 9.5, whatever, it's all good. Anything, but the chances were pretty low. Most had the buy button. Didn't work. And that's what Binance did. Oh, sorry. Yes, Patrick. I believe that's the low of the day. Yep. I do believe that. Yep. All right, my friends, that's what we have for a Friday. I'll be back Saturday. We'll be here. We'll see whether the market's still going up over the weekend, which I believe it will, but we will see. I hope everyone has a great Friday evening. Enjoy your evenings all. And don't let the bears get you down. Don't let the bears get you down. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.